Shocking story out of Aurora, Colorado, as police investigate what they call an evil and vicious kidnapping at an apartment complex. Yes, that apartment complex that has been terrorized by members of the violent Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. Police are not confirming if the suspects are part of that gang, but they say they are believed to be undocumented Venezuelans accused of tying up and beating two people last night, stabbing one of them and robbing the home.
Hello, everyone. So the madness continues. And just to think that there's a good number of Democrats that are still trying to protect some of these individuals. This comes as the countdown continues to two major events: President-elect Trump's inauguration and TikTok's possible ban. And actually, he reacted to it. Take a listen.
More than anything else.
President Trump, how do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
Who?
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
We'll take a look at TikTok. You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. And there are those that say that TikTok has something to do with it. So we're taking a look at it. But
I must say, this is one of the things that I don't agree with President Trump, but I don't blame him. Just like I don't blame a lot of you Americans, especially those that only speak English. You see, because if I didn't translate a lot of these videos for you guys that come from the TikTok platform, then you wouldn't know what the hell is going on. Remember, TikTok is a major platform for a lot of these migrants. They use it to communicate both publicly and privately. And their influence is massive on that platform. I mean, they can get hundreds of thousands or millions of views and have a major impact on this migrant crisis. Just like this one. Please meet Venezuelan migrant and influencer Diana da Silva. She came through the Darien Gap with her family, and she's quickly becoming a birthright citizenship expert. But as always, you don't have to take my word for it. She's an open book, like a lot of them. You see, she said that she gave birth in Ecuador. Yep. So made that make sense. She gave birth in Venezuela. From there, she traveled to Ecuador, where she gave birth again, and then traveled to Colombia. And it seems that she got pregnant again, and then had a miscarriage in Panama. But eventually, she made it to America, where she is now pregnant. Now, before we continue, it is now time to announce the winner of the $150 Visa gift card. There were a ton of comments, and I want to thank you for participating in this contest. But make no mistake, there will be a lot of more giveaways, so make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, and share this video with everyone you know. So the winner is none other than user Angela Johnson. To be honest with you, her comment was a tough read. Sadly, Angela lost her husband around Christmas time last year. She's currently facing economic hardship to the point where she's unable to afford a proper Christmas for her children. And so, Angela, I hope that this very small gift will allow you to bring that Christmas spirit that America is known for. So please contact me to claim your prize. My email is in the description of this video. Congratulations. All right, then, now back to Diana da Silva. Can you believe that this migrant has over 250,000 followers on TikTok? She went viral, and she was even featured on a news channel about the stories she's been sharing. And guess what? She got offended. She didn't like it. She said that no one has the right to use her or her family's image to share any stories, specifically anti-immigration stories. But the only thing we don't like are freeloaders and those that not only take advantage of the system, but tell others how to do it. Individuals that lie to get through Border Patrol. But you didn't do that, right? Because if you came here and claimed asylum, that would be a bit questionable. You see, you told us that you lived in Ecuador and then in Colombia for some time. This is all per the information you gave us. And for the record, you are public property now because your page is public. So if you're offended, then that's too bad. Additionally, she stated that she's scared and concerned for her and her family's safety, especially when her videos show up on other pages that are not akin to the content she is posting. So, hi, Diana. There's nothing to worry about. You see, we're going to make sure you are protected and that your safety remains intact. That's why I hereby announce that Diana Da Silva has been reported to USCIS by the VegaAxis channel for allegedly not seeking asylum in any of the countries she crossed before coming to the United States. And again, all of this information is per the videos she posted herself. Immigration officials should investigate if she truly sought asylum in any of those countries before coming to America. Enough is enough. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all, can we please go over this video? Here she seems to be doing a skit, and the caption says Venezuelans arriving to the United States. And she's saying, thank God I made it. Oh, here comes Border Patrol. How are you? I'm here to do good things. But I'm going to tell you something, officer. Don't let anyone else come. Because those coming behind me, forget about it. I want to be the last one to come in. The ones that are coming behind me want to live off the government. And they don't want to pay any taxes. Unlike me, I'm honest. And I'll pay the taxes. Look what they sold me. Expensive glasses, and they're not even original. Don't let them in. I promise I will be working. And when I start working, I will pay the taxes. And then she's pretending that she's going to work as an Uber driver or DoorDash driver. And she's just saying, I'm here to serve you and or be at your service to start working as a rideshare person. So that was supposed to be a comedy skit. Did you guys find it funny? Because I didn't. Now imagine if an American did a skit like that. Just imagine. Or if I did a skit like that, these migrants would faint. And they'll threaten to sue me. They'll just collapse. They'll say that I'm promoting hatred and bigotry. But when one of them does something like this, making fun of the process, right? Of so many people that have crossed the border. And we know that a lot of them never made it. And that includes children. And there she is making a skit like, this is all fun and games. It's just, here we are once again in that vicious cycle. Nobody says anything though. They follow her. They support her content. That's okay. To make fun of the process of those coming through the border, and then additionally making fun of Border Patrol and the entire immigration process that are funded by the American taxpayers. It's all a freaking joke. Anyway, so here she is with her husband and her children, and according to her posts, they came through the Darien Gap. Now, it seems like they did enter via the CBP1 app, you know, Joe Biden's scam app. Again, I'm just reposting her own videos because then these migrants get offended and they say that I'm lying on them. But this is their content. I'm just translating it and showing it to the American people. From there, it seems that her and her family received very nice hotel accommodations. This is the entitlement mentality that some of these individuals have. They believe that just because they made it through the Darien Gap, they are supposed to get hotel accommodations or shelter accommodations. And it's all because they are warriors, right? Survivors. That's the mentality. And now it's becoming a culture. Again, this is per their own posts. We've seen how some of them complain if they don't receive such accommodations after crossing through many countries. Nevertheless, here she's going to give us the story time about how everything started. So this is how we decided to make it to the US. And that's her husband right there. She says, okay, this started around 2022. We were living in Ecuador. And, well, due to the insecurity that it's still there, the violence, he came up with the idea that all of the South American countries were dangerous. Okay, let me pause it right there. So she said that her husband came up with the idea that all of the South American countries were dangerous. And I'm going to play it in Spanish, just so you can fact check me on this.
Pues toda la inseguridad que había o hay todavía en Ecuador, él se le ocurrió la idea de que todos los países ya de allá de Sudamérica estaban bien peligrosos y hay mucha violencia y eso, y me dijo, bueno, para salir huyendo de una violencia de un país y estar en otro donde quizás podamos correr violencia también, vamos a huir a Estados Unidos porque allá estoy seguro de que las cosas serán diferentes.
So go figure. The gentleman right there just came up with a brilliant idea that all of the South American countries were dangerous, and to escape that violence, he decided that America was the safest place. So what if all Americans just came up with the idea that the US is also dangerous, right? Because we know that crime is getting out of control in many states. So maybe we can just shut down the asylum seeking process because, I don't know, we just came up with the idea that this is now a dangerous country. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Ah, Lord have mercy. So then she says that he told her that was the way to go. He believed things would be different in America. And that's how she asked him, we don't have a visa, so how would we do this? Furthermore, she states, we didn't even have passports because when we left Venezuela, there was no time to get them. Nothing. So he started to do research via a WhatsApp group. And at the time, there was not a lot of people that had taken such journey. But through that WhatsApp group, there were a few amount of people that took this trip, and they were telling us how they did it. I knew it was a jungle, but I didn't know how dangerous it was. At the time, it was not a trend like it is right now, she says. So, you know, this year, it's now a trend. We can confirm that, she says. I told other people around me that I was going to travel to the US due to safety reasons. And people around me told me, are you crazy? And they started to send me videos that were horrible. I watched some videos in the jungle, getting you know what. And people were warning me to be cautious. That's when I told him, let's not do that, and even less with the kids. That's when I got news that I was pregnant with a new baby. Then I told him, now that we know this is a firm no, so we won't do this. Let's try to get the papers, do it the right way, but it's nearly impossible, as you know, she says. What we didn't notice is, well, I told him, you know what, okay, let's sell everything. And we were pretty stable in Ecuador. We just didn't have papers or received any protection from the Ecuadorian government. So we didn't really get any asylum from that government. They didn't give us any documentation. So we weren't legal in Ecuador, she says. And so if we sold everything, we wouldn't be losing anything. So I told him, okay, let's sell everything. And I said, okay, God, let this be up to you. From there, we sold everything. Somebody came and they bought everything. And I was like, okay, this is happening now. We are leaving. So I tried my best to make this trip as long as I could due to my fears of going through that jungle. So that's why I tried to do that the best I could. So I told him, let's try to go another route. We tried different states in Colombia. I even called a friend to see if she could take us in her house in Colombia. And this was all with the intention of trying to make him or giving him a chance to get used to Colombia. So she was trying to prevent the jungle trip. So yes, everything that I tried was to help him and ask others to help him get a job in Colombia so that he could be more calm and maybe he would just get rid of that idea. But we fought in every single state. Honestly, we argued. And he would tell me, okay, well, if you want, you can stay. I'll go alone. And then once you get your documentation, you can come with the kids. These arguments came because I didn't want to go, but he did. So in every state, we went through the same routine. And at the end, I would always tell him, okay, I'm leaving. And then he would say, no, don't leave. Don't leave with your mom, etc. So she was threatening to leave him, and he would then come around and say no, according to her. And that's how we would continue to advance little by little. Without realizing it, after all the fighting, we were in my friend's house in Colombia. But he still had that idea of coming to the US. And there was nothing that would get him out of that state of mind. He was determined to go, and go. So from there, we contacted a group of people that were going to supposedly help us spend only one day in the jungle. And the rest of the trip was supposed to be via a small boat. And so I said yes. So from there, we made it to a small town that seems to be similar to Nicocli. And then she says we were looking for this person that supposedly was going to help us. And turns out that person didn't exist. Then we came across another guy that told us, you guys were lied to. There's no boat anywhere around, and that just doesn't exist around here. So it was all a lie. And when the guy sees me that I'm pregnant with the 2 kids and a bunch of bags, and to be honest, we were completely lost, the guy said, this seems like it could be a mess. And that's why he offered us a lower price in order to help us out so that we can make it through the jungle and maybe get some help with the bags. But we still decided to throw a lot of our stuff away. We only kept the basics, and even the basics, we had to throw them away as soon as we made it to the first hill. That's why I tell you guys to do research before you take those routes and double check that you're speaking to real people and you're not being lied to, so that you don't go through what we went through. At the end, we had no other option. We were basically already inside the jungle, and we were not going to go back. You see, there was only one option left, and that was to move forward. And we spent 10 days inside the jungle until we got to an encampment. But remember, I was pregnant and I was with 2 kids. So that was our trajectory. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I have a lot of information, even legal things here in the US. So any questions, just let me know. Okay, so in summary, the husband came up with the brilliant idea that all of South America was dangerous. And even though he got a good job in Colombia, he was making good money in Colombia, he still had that idea that they had to come to the US via the Darien Gap. Again, that's what she told us. And then she told everybody, hey, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I can give you a lot of information. On this one, she's showing a random news channel in the background, and they are talking about her, how she went viral, and how other migrants are using her family as an example to do the same thing. And she was not happy about it. Here she's saying, I'm going to tell you what happened here. This lady took my image and my children's images to say that my content is tempting or encouraging other people to go through the Darien Gap. Even though a lot of people have been watching me for a long time, and I always tell them not to come through the Darien Gap, not to risk their children's lives. And I share other stories from people that have experienced negative outcomes. But after this lady came up with this video, I received a lot of negative comments, especially from anti-immigrant people. And I'm honestly concerned. This is affecting me, not so much because of the hate, but it's because I'm anxious about the safety of my children, since they show up on the videos, and there's a lot of bad people in this world. So I'm concerned that someone can or would want to harm them, especially anti-immigrant people that think, like she said, people like me who are encouraging others to do the same. But the truth is that everyone makes their own decisions, and if they do travel, it's because they want to. So as for me, since I've been creating this content and I do love my followers, I did go viral, and that was because I documented my Darien trip, but I told people not to do it, and I've given them advice once they're here to do things the right way, like how to get married or how to apply for asylum. I've recommended people to do things the right way. So this is not fair that this lady is saying things like this. I would like to reach out to this lady and ask her to cover my kids' faces because I am very anxious. I know that my profile is public and I do post them, but it is different when I post them and they're not shown in a lot of my videos. But it's very different when others show them in a video where I'm basically being hated and attacking me, and they're vulnerable. So I ask you guys to please support me. Share this video, leave a comment, so that this video can get to that lady. I went on YouTube and it turns out that it's a German channel, but it's in Spanish. So it is from Europe, but I need your help, guys. So what do you think? The delusion of this one is just on another level. First of all, she's saying that she is telling others to do the right thing. So why didn't she do it in the first place? She could have applied to a visa like she said that she wanted to originally. So why did she come to the daring gap? That's not doing things the right way. Number one. Number two, in the video that we watched before this one, she said, if you guys have any questions, let me know. What does that mean? What is that exactly? She came to the daring gap and all of a sudden she's a righteous woman. She did everything the right way. No, you didn't. That's not doing things the right way. And as far as the kids goes, it's a report, just like this one and others. You posted them yourself. It is public property. And nobody's saying anything bad about the kids anyway. We're just reporting your story. You posted it. In reality, we are talking about you as a parent, as someone that's responsible for them. They're innocent in all of this. We've always said that. That's nothing to do with the things that you have said and you've done. And you have promoted. Yes, you have promoted because you think it is so cool, right? To go viral, share your story, and have a lot of followers. And now, oh, she gets offended. She might get offended once she watches this video. Oh, please forgive us. Don't get offended. We didn't mean to. You posted everything yourself. And think of the hypocrisy, right? She's saying, oh, my kids are at risk now. Weren't your kids at risk when you put them through the daring gap? Again, what is that? Am I crazy here or what's going on? I mean, the delusion, I just can't even understand it. For the record, Diana, the American people are not crazy people, okay? We just want things to be done the right way. And if you did something wrong, just mom's a word. Move along, don't promote it, and nobody would know a thing. But no, you guys love to share everything you've done. And then you complain when the American people watch you. Why? You had no shame when you were in front of your migrant audience, so why would you be ashamed in front of the American people? I can't, guys. I can't. This one just said, oh, they're at risk. We're all at risk. But I don't know, you went to Ecuador. You said that it was crazy violent over there. So weren't you at risk over there? And then you went through many countries that, per your husband's idea, were extremely violent. So once again, weren't you at risk over there? Now you're at risk here. So where are you going to go next? Mars? This is just so ridiculous. Someone called her out on her stupidity. And in the comment section, they put, if you don't like it, then put all of your videos private. This is your fault because you made everything public and you went viral. And that's why anyone can use you as an example. So she says, let me tell you, you are completely wrong. No one has the right to use my kids as an example for a video or photos. It's illegal here in the US, she says. That's illegal here, imagine. For what that reporter did was wrong. She has no right to use my kids' images or my family. Because think about it. What would you do if they use photos from your Facebook account where you are with your family and your kids, and they say, hey, I'm I'm going to use this family as an example. And for a bad example, she says, for an example that creates hatred against you and your family from other people. So put yourself in my shoes. It's tough. People don't understand that TikTok and other medias is to post things. I can post whatever I want about my kids. They're not negative content. I create good content about their achievements. And I can do whatever videos I want because I'm the one that sacrificed. I'm the one that made the sacrifice. I'm the one that went through the struggle and went through that jungle. And so I can do whatever I want. And I'm proud of it. She says she's proud of it. That's why these videos can be posted anywhere, she says, from me. Facebook is for video, for photos. IG is for photos. All social medias are for you to post. But that doesn't give anyone the right to come here, get your content, and use you as a bad example so that they can go viral themselves. They don't have the right to do that. But you know what the problem is? This is why the world is the way it is, because of people like you, she says. So when things go wrong, then we have to blame ourselves when someone else is doing harm. So we have to say, it's my fault because I shouldn't have posted a video. She says, no, that's why social media is available so we can post everything we want, she says. So now you guys are telling me that I cannot post a video because then someone else will create a bad content about me and my family. So that's why I can't post anything. That's like someone saying, hey, you got your phone stolen? And then someone else comes and says, well, then why do you go out with the phone if you knew we have a lot of thieves on the streets? That's how it is. It doesn't make sense. That's why the world is the way it is, because we excuse people that do things the wrong way. And then we blame the victims, she says. We blame... You got my point, she says. So I hope you reflect on this and use social media for positive content and not to say things that nobody even asked you about. Wow, guys, I'm speechless. So she can post whatever the hell she wants, and now she's saying that it's illegal. Think about it. It is illegal for anyone else to repost her content. So in essence, she's saying that what we're doing here is illegal, which is not true, by the way, because if that was the case, then imagine all of these media outlets that have posted children of many celebrities and influencers, then they should all be closed down and sued for posting their photos and images, whether it was for a good example or a bad one, that again is based on their parents. Then what are we doing here, guys? These migrants think that they can come here and tell Americans that your freedom of speech is illegal. Well, Diana, you're so wrong. Welcome to America. Here we have freedom of speech. If you don't want your images going around, then put your page private. And again, mom's a word. It's insane. It's insane. They're coming from a dictatorship, right? Venezuela has a dictatorship. And they're saying, oh, I'm oppressed. I don't have freedom. And they get to America. And by the way, she's saying that she did things the right way and that she's proud of going through the Darien Gap. Proud of what? That's not something to be proud of. What's the matter with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Anyway, so they make it to America. And now they want to silence other people because they don't like others' opinions. Too damn bad. We're in America. We have the right to express ourselves and give our opinions. It's called freedom of speech. No one is promoting any violence. No one is promoting any type of hatred. We're just reacting to your content. And that's perfectly fine. And then there's this clip, guys. And the caption says, "This is everything they gave me in the United States for being pregnant. I want to show you everything I received in America for free because I'm pregnant. I am in my 3rd trimester, and they called me from the hospital to give me all of this brand new stuff. And guess what? I didn't even ask for it. They just called me and said, 'Hey, Diana, I want to talk to you. This is the social worker from the hospital. I'm calling you because we have some things for you for when you give birth. I don't think I can show you everything, but I'll show you the most I can.' And then she's showing a bag of clothes. Here it is. It is brand new, she says. And if there's any mothers out there that will be having boys and you don't have any clothes for them, please write me on Instagram. As you can see, these are a lot of diapers. And I want to remind you, I don't know if in a lot of hospitals or in all of them give these things away, but as I said, they called me. I never asked for any of this. They just called me, and I don't know if it's because my husband also works in that hospital, but I just wanted to share this with you. I received shampoos and some creams, wipes, and another cream. This is to change the baby on the bed, and more items for the baby. I didn't want to open this one because I'm having a boy, and this item was for a girl. So in case any of you have a girl, you can use it. And these are more creams for the diapers, more shampoos, and more wipes. And look at these ones over here. It seems to be like a thermometer and some nail clippers and whatnot. Not to mention that the social worker told me that as soon as I gave birth, to call her because she will be giving me more diapers. And this is the base for the car seat. And I wanted to show you that because without it, you won't be able to drive your baby around. These are booklets that give you a lot of information about maternity. And this is the stroller. So guys, let me know your opinion. And here is the summary that she gave on her page. So making it through the Darien Gap, then to New York. And remember, she received hotel accommodations per the video she posted. But then eventually they did rent out their own apartment. And here she's giving the tour of her apartment, which is showing the living room and the dining room. She's saying it's tiny, but this is how it is in New York. And rent here is expensive. So she's showing the kitchen. I'm just trying to fast forward through all of these. Okay, guys, the bedroom, I guess the master bedroom. And that's for her kids. The bathroom. And she's saying that for this, you can rent in New York for about $1,800 to $2,000. Okay, with 2 rooms. And the bills are completely separate. If you need a garage or if you need a space, that's separate from your rent. That adds up to your monthly rent. Anyway, so she's going through those details there about her new apartment, and that's her, guys. Completely entitled, delusional, and she thinks that she is such an achiever, right? Wow. Because she crossed through many countries and she came through the Darien Gap. We should give her a big round of applause. What a hero. Wow. She graduated from the Darien Gap Academy. This is unreal. And she's the only one that can post all of this content. No one else can. It's illegal. It's illegal, guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I think we reached a whole nother level on this one. Diana, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you have been reported to USCIS for allegedly committing asylum fraud. Immigration should look into your case because you clearly stated that you guys were doing well in Colombia and that your husband came up with the idea that South America was dangerous. The idea. I'm not sure if that will hold up in your case, but you are the one that posted all of this content. They continue to post the content, and then when it's shown to the American people, they get offended. They don't like it. Again, too damn bad. Guys, smash the like button, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And again, thank you to my amazing supporters. The shoutouts are down in the description. I'll see you, my friends, next time.